don't call everybody. This man is NPP now. He called it to be people. You see what is happening here? I won't take this. He called it to be people. This colonel is NPP person now. You call it to be people. Stop that, please. Dino. You did. Dino, stop that. I'm taking a lot from you here. What is what? Why are you always calling me?
Well, yesterday was the 2022 Presidential Town Hall Series, actually the first meeting, and this was organized by Arise News. Of course, different presidential candidates turned up. However, Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the APC was absent, and with no representative. Atiku was also absent. Yes, he sent his representative, being his running mate, Okowa, but that was not enough because it's like the invite was just for presidential candidates. Of course, Peter Obi was present. Kola of PRP was also present. Of course, NNPP presidential candidate Kwankwaso was also present. But one of the major highlights of this meeting was when Peter Obi got angry and shouted at Dino Melaye. As you watched in the video earlier, you know Peter Obi is usually the calm type. You don't see him shout. He's just like, he just talks, but you don't really see the angry side of him. But this part was really surprising because Dino Melaye was just provoking him in the event, and he just had to like, why you always calling me? Why you always calling me? Stop that. Like you want. So this has aroused a lot of reactions because it's like, why only Peter Obi? Why only Peter Obi? And the PDP and other persons should literally do better. You know, let me just leave you to watch the highlights of the event for yourself. Just leave your reactions in the comment section below. Tell us what you think, like, and if you're yet to subscribe to the YouTube channel, please do so. Thank you for watching.
When you do it, in terms of how many women serving in government, I keep saying you have to go to and check. Example, we have assured that women and youth will be the engine of our government, and that I have shown an example of how many women who have worked with me as governor. You go and check from deputy governor, chief of staff, commissioner for finance, commissioner for education, commissioner for local government. I can go on and on, are all women. So that is given. How many women that serve in government? Issue of being commander-in-chief without having a military experience. Well, if you have checked up the known presidents that have known all over the world, including the present Prime Minister of Britain, he doesn't have military experience. You just have to deal with the right people who have that experience, hire them, and if you're commander-in-chief, you have the political will to do the right thing, that's it. Colonel will hire you. I will make sure you do the right thing. In terms of oil theft, I've said it openly, and what I'll do everywhere. Devolution of powers to ensure resource control. I have said consistently, I'll move Nigeria from sharing formula to production formula. And I'll show it because there's so many countries, there's so many states here that cannot continue going the way they're going. Today, we have a problem in Borno State. Borno State is 70.9 thousand square kilometers of land. That is more than Belgium, Israel put together. Yet, go and check their production in agriculture. Go and check what is happening in Borno State. There's so many things you can do with Nigeria, the vast land in the north. So, devolution of power and resource control, we will deal with, and we'll deal with it aggressively and ensure. I'm not happy with what is happening in Niger Delta. It's unacceptable. Look at what they're going through. We've exploited their oil over the years. We need to fix it. The remaining resources are used to fix Niger Delta while producing resources all over Nigeria. And every part of Nigeria can be a huge resource production center. And that's what Labour intends to do. How do we tackle the issue of IPOB, Boko Haram on all agitations? I've said repeatedly, I will dialogue with every agitator. There's nothing wrong in agitation. I will consult. Governance in democracy is about consensus. I will consult, I will dialogue, I will meet everybody. Dialogue is normal. Agitation is normal. So we will deal with everybody. We will make sure we sit down and talk and resolve issues amicably. Issue of power. Issue of power is one that we intend to tackle aggressively. First is that today, Nigeria have installed capacity today of 12,000 plus. And that, even if you produce, it cannot be wheeled because your transmission line can only take about 6,000. And that is a problem. And your distribution infrastructure is also weak. First is to upgrade and ensure that I deal aggressively with the transmission and distribution infrastructure to be able to take what we can produce immediately, which is about 12,000. On that, top of that, is to deal with issue of ensuring that those who are in generation today are supported by making sure they get dedicated gas supply with policies that are consistent, and then start dealing with new ones that will come in, including bringing in embedded captive power, anything you can do to ensure renewable energy, to ensure that you ramp up that as quickly as possible. It can be done. We have over 100 million Nigerians without electricity. According to World Bank, it's 90 million, but for me, it's over 100 million. That is unacceptable. So you have to declare war on power. If South Africa with over 50,000 megawatts can declare emergency, we will declare war here in power. In terms of flood control is the simple, I don't know how to describe it. The reason why we have the flood situation we have today, and I thank so many governors who are intervening, including Governor Okowa, and what they are doing to manage the situation. But it's something Nigeria can manage and reduce the devastating effect by just dredging. And the silt in all these are rivers. River Niger and River Benue. By working on them, by channeling things properly, by doing dams and everything. If Nile in Egypt can maintain today the Nile and it's functional, where they say no Nile, no Egypt, and Nile is 6,650 kilometers long. Nigeria as a country can deal with Niger, River Niger, that is only 4,184 kilometers long. With River Benue that is 1,004. If you bring two of them together, they are still about 1,000 short of Nile. And yet Egypt can deal with it. We can deal with this too. And contracts over the years have been awarded, but people have mismanaged it. And we will deal with it. I assure you that this situation cannot arise. Even now that is the situation, I will stop everything and go and stay there. When I look at what Bayelsa is going through today, I will be living in Bayelsa as commander-in-chief with them, showing empathy, showing everything with them to show that it is a country.